Okay, so let's just dive right in. So there's been a movie out now for 5 weeks, and this movie is just an absolute juggernaut. There's no other word to say it. Okay, and I'm talking about Super Mario. This movie just it's just like an energizer battery. It keeps going and going and going and going. So it hit another milestone yesterday or this week, and it is $500 million domestic. Now, I want you to think about a couple of things, okay? Because in the grand scheme of things, when we talk about all-time earning films, okay, we always talk about worldwide, which is part of it too. Um, but for this, it's one of those things that, you know, I gotta say, it's it's an amazing feat because when you look at what's been out and how things have been going recently, I mean, it had the top 30 all-time um, all-time opening, and that was with Friday and Saturday, and or third Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday. Uh, okay, let me recap. Basically, what ended up happening was this movie made a lot of money. I'm just trying to find the numbers here for you guys. Sorry, but it's gone through and it's right at that level. So as it stands right now, today, as I'm doing this or this show with you today, it is number 19 all time at $503 million. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a couple of movies, probably like 5 or 6 movies that are behind it. This is domestic, guys. This is in the United States and Canada. Okay. Finding Dory. Okay. Frozen 2. Star Wars Episode One: The Phantom Menace, Star Wars: A New Hope. Now, get mind you, this is adjusted for inflation. Okay, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, The Dark Knight Rises, E.T., Captain Marvel, which made $426 million, Catching Fire. This movie's made a lot of money, and it continues to grow. So this is the article from THR. The Super Mario Brothers movie is jumping the $500 million mark at North American box office, and yet another milestone for the blockbuster. From Illumination and Universal, the movie adaptation of the Nintendo video game is only the fourth movie to cross the half a billion mark domestically in the pandemic era, behind Spider-Man: No Way Home, which made $814 million, Top Gun: Maverick, which made $718 million, and Avatar: The Way of Water, $683 million. And it's the first Illumination Universal Animation title to jump 500 million domestic, not adjusted for inflation. It is also the second highest animated grossing film of all time domestically, and is the third biggest Universal release, behind only Jurassic World and E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Super Mario Bros., which finished Thursday with $499.5 million in domestic ticket sales, has smashed numerous records since its debut in mid-March. Now, I just read you the updated numbers, by the way, including the first title of 2023 to clear $1 billion at the global box office, and it is only the 10th animated film to achieve the $1 billion milestone. The animated comedic adventure follows Brooklyn plumbers and brothers Mario, Chris Pratt, and Luigi, Charles Day, as they are transported to the magical Mushroom Kingdom world and separated. Super Mario's voice cast also includes Keegan Michael Key, Anna Taylor Joy, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Kevin Michael Richardson, and others, who have voiced the characters of Mario and Luigi in the Super Mario games for more than 3 decades, who makes a special voice appearance. The film is directed by Aaron Horthworth and Michael Jepson, from a screenplay from Matthew Fogel. It was co-financed from the Universal parent company of Illumination and Nintendo. Let's talk about this for a minute, because this is big. Okay, when we talk about films that are, you know, big. Okay, I mean, we always talk about It's hard to get to $1 billion. That seems to be the benchmark nowadays. If you can get to $1 billion, so this has already crossed the $1 billion mark. Well, weeks ago. Now we're at $500,000 domestic. Now I want you to put something in perspective real quick. Okay, there was a little movie a couple years ago called Black Panther. Okay, that made $700 million domestic. Now it's not going to get that. Okay, but I just want you to put it in perspective for a minute. That made $700 million. Okay, domestic. Now that went on obviously to earn over $1 billion. But my point is this: this is amazing. This is, as I said, 19th. I believe I said 19th all time. Okay, it's probably going to pass titles. So it's right behind, as it stands, the remake of Beauty and the Beast, the live action one from 2017. Up next, okay, it has Beauty and the Beast, which is only $1 million behind it, which is probably going to pass. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker at 515, and it'll take some time, but I don't know. It might get to Rogue One, which is 533, if it gets there. Now we got a story a little later on to tell you how much it made and everything else, but even if it doesn't crack the top 15, that's still a remarkable feat, right? I just, they have to be so over the moon at Universal Illumination right now. It is unbelievable. I can't even imagine what they have lined up, because it's one of those things where that they're just, and the thing is, right now they can't do anything about it. They can't do anything about it because of the writer's strike. Okay, in any capacity. So it's a great thing, but it's also a really bad thing, because nobody can go to work until this strike is resolved. That all being said, this is still incredible. I think that, no matter how much more this makes, this was a remarkable film. And and to be absolutely honest with you, okay, I wonder, okay, personally speaking, if it didn't have the Wednesday and Thursday to propel it, okay, I wonder if it actually would have made this much money. Now, if it didn't, I mean, look, let's say it's $800 million. I mean, if you take those 2 days out, okay, it's about $100 million, 120 some odd $million. It's still a top 30 all-time weekend opening. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I mean, all the money that this movie makes is going to be huge, and this thing just keeps trucking along. And as I said, they've got to be over the moon there in Universal. And to think it's the third highest Universal title behind Jurassic World, and what was the other film I made mention of? It was, but it's just in E.T. That's incredible. I mean, E.T.'s been, we're talking 1982 for E.T. So I told you something. Anyways, what do you guys think about this? Have you guys seen Super Mario Brothers? How many times have you seen Super Mario Brothers? Who's your favorite brother? Is it Mario? Is it Luigi? Are you going to get it when it comes to streaming? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll get back to everybody.